Hey everyone, welcome to Two Guys, One Fantasy with your hosts Brandon Kluge and Tyler Richardson, where we give you the most mediocre fantasy football advice, along with NFL news, updates, scores, and standings. Okay.
Yo.
There it is.
We back.
Yep.
Two guys, one fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Fantasy dream for me is slowly dying.
Yeah. You still have hopes, though. I have talked to you multiple times, and you will not die.
Yeah, and you're still throwing that trade package, which is intriguing.
It's a good package.
But my team is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
We're still one fantasy, though, because you still got hope. We did make a trade. We did make a trade, though.
We did.
So, I don't know. I think it was pretty even for the most part.
So, if people are interested, I
don't care if they are.
Who gives a shit?
Listen up.
I gave you Chris Olave, DeAndre Hopkins, and a third-round pick.
Which Hopkins comes back week 7.
Oh.
Yo, come on in.
Come on in.
This is perfect time to bring in our sponsorship. Timing.
He might have done this on purpose. Come on.
Yeah.
Look at it.
We are sponsored. Oh.
You'll have to fight over it.
That's the last one?
That's the last one. Thank you so much for giving it to me.
Thanks for the sponsorship. We are sponsored by Mountain Dew today.
For Mountain Dew.
Shout out to my wife. Love you.
She gave us a Mountain Dew. Thank you. We did that on purpose.
Yeah. Just to bring in the sponsorship.
How are we going to do this?
Just drink it.
She gave us a baby can.
That's all we had.
Oh.
I bought them at the cabin.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want it?
No, I'm sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Crack it open.
Okay. That was good.
So, yeah. We're Sleeper app. Since we're in like a keeper league, you can trade draft picks.
Yep.
So, I had Stephon Diggs, number 2. But I'm 1-4.
Yeah.
My hopes are dwindling down. Mm-hmm. So I figure, because if it wasn't a keeper league, I probably wouldn't have done it. Or I might have tried to get more value players.
Yeah.
Like, not saying what you gave me isn't value. I like what I have.
Yeah.
But like, maybe somebody in the top 5. I don't know. Something.
Well, so that's what I think. What makes it intriguing is Olave is good, and I think he is intriguing, possibly to be a keeper. There it is. But he's still a rookie. He could have off weeks. Like, it's not a guarantee that he's going to be great all season.
Right.
What makes it intriguing is D-Hop.
Coming back week 7.
So, and that was why, so a lot of people will probably look at this trade and say that I gave up too much. But realistically, Olave doesn't equal to Stephon Diggs.
No.
Stephon Diggs is a first-round pick. That's why I gave you a third-round pick.
Yep.
And D-Hop hasn't proven himself this season. He could come back and shit the bed.
He could. It's a risk.
Yeah.
It's a risk for me.
Yeah.
And it's still, it could be a big win for me.
Yeah.
But it's a win for you too. But
Absolutely.
if it's not a big win for me, then I have a third-round pick.
Yeah.
So now I have a first, second, third.
Yeah.
And your pick could be pick 2. It could be pick 9. It could set me up perfect for where I need to pick.
What pick did you give me? It was 10th, right?
10th, yeah.
Yeah.
So the 10th is whatever.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of something, though, because you can't have more than 14 players. So
no, yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to draft.
Yeah. And I was in the mindset, I think it's a fair trade. It might look a little lopsided, but I think there's a lot of risks on what you took.
Because I have to.
Stephon Diggs is guaranteed.
Right. I have to take the risk.
Yeah.
You're in a spot where you can still. I know it's 1-4. We're week 5.
Yeah.
I still have a shot. That's why I'm not getting rid of everybody.
Well, it's less about your record and more about your roster.
Yeah.
You don't have a quarterback.
My team is good.
Yeah.
I drafted good. Mm-hmm. I don't care what anyone says. I drafted really good.
Yeah.
And I loved my team.
They just haven't been performing.
When Tua was playing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Tua got hurt. So I picked up Teddy because Teddy showed some light. What happened?
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater gets a concussion.
Man, even
Literally,
if he didn't get concussion, he was out. Like, they're not putting him back in after what happened to Tua.
Dude went 0 for 1. Couldn't even give me. He got me 0 points. So I ended up losing by, I think it was like 55, something like that.
Yeah.
So, which in our league, quarterbacks are heavy.
Yeah,
55 isn't. That's someone who's struggling.
That's like 55 points for a quarterback in our sleeper league is like the bottom of what you would want from a quarterback.
Like I think Teddy could have gotten that playing a whole game.
Yeah.
So my team's kind of.
Who are you? So Austin Eckler finally started stepping up.
Thank goodness.
Who's your other running back?
I got J.K. Dobbins, David Montgomery.
So those are iffy. Like some days they work, sometimes they don't.
J.K. was hurt, so he's kind of back now in the rotation, which is good. And
I'm not.
It's tough with those two, but
I'm not sold on either one of them.
I didn't have another running back, so I waited after I drafted Austin. I feel like I waited too long for one.
To get another one?
But my players in between were still good because Mark Andrews is the number one tight end right now.
Yep.
Keenan Allen, which
he's been hurt, but he's still good.
He hasn't shown, but he's still good, so that hurts. And then, I mean, I like the team. It just hasn't worked out.
Who's your other wide receiver? Damn shit, you don't even remember.
Well, I had...
I'm trying to remember.
And I'm going to look at it and be pissed. Because I picked up Curtis Samuel.
I think he's he's your flex right now, right?
Yeah. So
Curtis Samuel, I think, is one of the...
So my top two receivers were Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs.
Oh, duh, yeah. You just gave me Stephon Diggs, yeah.
And then I've got
Olave.
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is good.
And then I had Curtis Samuel.
I love Curtis Samuel.
So now it helps, I think, feel like with Olave and D-Hop.
I think the problem with your team is Austin Eckler finally stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I mean, how long that will last.
Right.
Most people, hopefully, it will last for the rest of the season. I'm not jumping on that train quite yet. I never said he wasn't going to have a couple of good games.
You and Tom gave me shit.
I was saying,
you said it in the league group, and then Tom texted us and was like, Austin Eckler? Yeah.
I said that I didn't think he'd be worth a first-round pick. Now, granted, he is the number 2 fantasy running back right now in our league.
So, in our league, Nick Chubb has 114 fantasy points. Austin Eckler has 113.7.
But the only problem with that is it's a mirage because he only got that many points within the last 2 games.
Right.
I figured that would happen with Austin Eckler. Like I figured
just get
he
to
would
the
have
game.
4 or 5 really good games, but the rest of the season, I don't think you're going to get that.
He got me.
He could prove me wrong, and I'll eat crow. I'm totally cool with that. I don't hate Austin Eckler. I really like him.
Yeah.
I just don't expect that production from him the whole season.
Right.
But he finally helped you out.
Yeah.
And I think the rest of your team, besides Stephon Diggs, who you just gave me, are they all like tier 2 players? Like you maybe not have that tier 1 except that.
Right, because Stephon was
Andrews.
Stephon was my tier 1.
Yeah.
But I feel like I got 2 low-end tier 1 right now.
Well, D-Hop, if he does what he's
D-Hop
supposed to.
Back, he'll be number 1
Yeah.
in Arizona. He's a big body. He's going to get touchdowns. So that's why it was really intriguing.
Yeah.
And then the third was just the icing on the cake for me. I was like,
yeah,
I can't let that go. I need that pick.
Yeah. And I think this is a side note. It has less to do with our fantasy team and more about Arizona. When D-Hop comes back, do you think Marquis Brown is irrelevant?
No.
You think he stays relevant?
To a point. I don't think he's
in like the top 5 fantasy wide receivers.
I think he's going to keep producing, but it's going to slow down a little bit because obviously you're going to have D-Hop in the end zone.
Yeah.
So I think it slows down, but not enough to drop or not start him.
Gotcha. I am not a fan of Marquis Brown. He's done really well the past few weeks, but I'm just waiting for D-Hop to come back and him almost disappear.
Yeah.
My team, so I think we're both in similar situations. You're 1-4 with a decent team, and I'm 2-3 I honestly feel like I'm only missing one piece.
Yeah.
I'm missing a running back. Because my second running back, my RB2, is I'm in danger. I have who's my number one? It's Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
He's finally woken up a little bit.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, I picked him off of free agency because I had Matt Ryan from the draft.
Yeah.
And I made a switch before Matt Ryan started to really suck. Carson Wentz, as bad as he might play, he throws the ball a lot, and he gets me fantasy points.
The completions. We get completion points, so that helps.
So he might throw 2 interceptions, but dude will throw 300 yards and 60 completions.
Yeah, and that's points.
My wide receivers are stacked. I got Devontae Adams. I have I don't have Curtis Samuel. I have Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Now I have Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I had D-Hop and IR, but I gave them to you.
Right.
I have Zach Ertz. I have George Kittle.
George Kittle, who hopefully shows up a little bit more, but it's George Kittle. Right.
I have a team, just my RB2, and I think I'm trying to remember who my running back 2 is. Let me look. But I think it's
James Conner.
It is James Conner. What a waste of space. Listen, I picked him up because he was the best option. I wasn't happy about it.
I knew he'd get hurt. Yeah. I mean, I called it hurt. I don't know how far he'll drop. He had a good first game.
That's
and
it.
Since then, he's kind of dwindled.
What a piece of shit. But we'll see. I know that a handful of us are trying to make moves to better our situation this year while still helping next year.
Yeah,
but
I know you, me, and Luis were talking today at work
about a 3-way trade.
About a 3-way trade. I just want to do a 3-way trade.
You wanted to wait one more week.
Yep.
To at least commit to it. Possibly 2 weeks, depends on what happens.
Right.
I guess we'll see though. I'll give you this. You're not giving up. At 1-4 and all your team being hurt, you're not giving up.
You're not giving up.
I like it. Is Olave playing this weekend?
I don't know.
There's no way.
We'll find out. I think he will.
He's in concussion protocol, especially after what happened to Tua.
That was from Sunday. I don't know what the new shit is for
the concussion protocol.
Sitting out.
No one knows what it is.
It's throwing me off.
There's a chance did he sit out this last game? Or was it this past game that it happened in?
The past game it happened.
Okay. There's a chance he might miss this next game.
He might, which if I lose, I lose.
That kind of sucks for you. I mean, that wasn't my intention, but I kind of gave you 2 people that might not be able to be played.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Worth it.
That's how my team's been. I might as well just not. I'm not going to pick up a quarterback. There's no point.
I'm going to pick up a quarterback, my first pick next year.
I might have to.
Hey,
at the end of this though, you might not have your first pick. So.
Oh shit! Yeah. And we don't know that yet. We don't know that
Stay
yet.
tuned.
Should we get into the trash bag that was last week's game?
Yes, we'll make it quick though.
Yeah, because we did talk about it a little bit. Yeah.
But Colts versus Broncos, and no offensive touchdowns.
It was
12-9.
It was
as bad as it sounds. It was 9-6. Colts had the ball.
Yeah.
30 seconds left, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was at the point of either score a touchdown or turn the ball over.
Or just lose.
Because
this game.
I do not want overtime.
Yeah.
This is awful.
Man, they gave it though.
And here we go. 3rd down, doesn't get it. Here comes kicker. And I was like, no way, dude. Like, I don't want him to miss this, but I want him to miss this.
Yeah.
Goes through, and I'm like, all right, free football, as they always say. But I didn't want this free football. But going overtime, and Stephon Gilmore, beast.
I remember when Buffalo was doing their, rebuild, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And our 2 cornerbacks at the time were Ronald Darby and Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore, I think, was there one more season than Ronald Darby.
Yeah.
And we got rid of both of them, and I was fucking pissed. Specifically about Gilmore, because he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah.
obviously won Defensive Player of the Year in New England.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused why he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. He's still a great cornerback.
He proved it Thursday night.
Yeah, but it's almost like people have forgotten about him because the lights shine on people like Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Because they're just loud. But Stephon Gilmore is the real deal.
He's good.
Yeah.
And he
proved it.
He proved it.
Yeah.
He said
it wasn't even just the interception. Like he deflected
the two
a couple
pass
passes.
defense, in the end zone at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was
dog.
Good. Dog. Definitely dog this week.
Yeah.
That was good.
You know what the sad thing about that game was? It wasn't that even it was like a defensive battle.
It was just awful.
Like, defenses were good, but it wasn't like one of those games where you see where it's like, oh, man, both defenses
were great.
Yeah.
They were stopping the offense. No, the offense didn't do anything.
It was because the offenses were so bad. It wasn't because the defenses were good. It was because the offenses were bad. And it was just awful to watch. And they had overtime. Mm-hmm. I went to bed pissed.
I wanted to go to bed before it was over, and I couldn't.
Did you know Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson had almost the exact same stat line?
I did. It was strange. It was awful. It was awful.
I don't understand. Now, okay, so here's a question.
Yes.
I think Russell Wilson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, even with his struggles in Denver. In general, for the past decade, I think he is possibly like top 3 best quarterbacks in the league.
Okay.
Is there a chance that Seattle made him look better than he actually is, and Denver is actually showing how bad he actually is?
I don't know. That's tough. I'm going to say yes for now.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Russell Wilson isn't as good as advertised in Seattle?
I think he's good.
Yeah.
But I think he was great in Seattle. And it's tough now because you think with this offense he'd be better, but that offensive line didn't look good. So that's not helping him.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing with the game. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Both offensive lines were awful.
Yes. But the decision making wasn't there either.
Yeah, because he had KJ whatever. Is it Hampton?
Hamlin, yeah.
In the end zone, wide open.
And he overthrew him.
No, he didn't even look his way.
Well, who did he over? Oh, it was Jerry Jeudy that he overthrew.
I think so.
Towards the end zone. Like, he was
off.
Oh, so apparently, I just found this out today. Apparently, he has a torn.
I saw that.
But I don't know. I'm not going to say that's the reason or not the reason.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I really think Russell Wilson is really good, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's not the end of Russell Wilson.
I don't think it will be, but
it might be the end of Matt Ryan.
No, we're fine.
No, I'm talking about like after the season.
Maybe. It might be the
I
end
don't
of,
think he'll be your quarterback.
It might be the
next
end
year.
of Frank Reich.
See, I think so.
And
yes.
I don't want to say that, but
I think. I don't know if you'll agree with this. Frank Reich has made bad decisions.
Yes.
But I also think he is doing the best he can with what he was given by your guys' GM.
And I love the way our GM drafts.
Yeah. So if I were to say one of them had to go, it's a possibility both of them might be on the chopping block. I think Reich deserves a second chance, and the GM needs to go.
Here's what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
I know exactly what's going to happen.
Tell me.
We're going to have a mediocre season. We're probably going to go like 8-1 or something stupid like that.
Okay.
And it's going to not be enough for our GM to give up. Oh, well, they did good. We'll keep them. And then it's just going to be the repeat next season.
Yeah, those are the worst seasons. Because you don't suck enough to make big change, but you didn't do good enough to make.
I think that's what's good. I think we're going to have right now, unless something drastically changes, we're going to have a mediocre season of either 8-1 or 9-7-1. It's gonna be something stupid.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be not enough to chop heads, but not. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're in a weird spot. We're 2-1 though, half a game out of the division.
I mean, that's not a losing record.
Right, that's the thing.
I'm trying to think. In next year's draft, who would you guys focus, or what position would you guys focus on?
I think if we're smart, we go after a quarterback. We're not going to get the top two. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. Let them go.
Okay.
I don't know who you scout after that, though, if you want a quarterback. So it's tough.
Yeah.
I think you try to
I think you should focus on another
I think we could focus on receivers.
That's what I think you should get.
I'd want to try Sam Ellinger out.
That's okay. I agree. I think so. As much as I like Pittman, I was doing some stat digging. Apparently, and this is kind of surprising, he doesn't get targeted downfield. He is more of a Larry Fitzgerald, where it's possession.
Yeah.
To get the first down, which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's good.
But there's no other explosive weapon that can be that stretches the field.
We don't have that.
That's what I would focus on because I like Sam.
We've got two, so Alec Pierce and Pittman are both kind of which they're both good.
Yeah,
that's good, but we need, like you said, that one.
What about Woods?
Robert Woods?
No, don't you have Jelani Woods or
the tight end?
Oh, he's a tight end.
Yeah,
gotcha.
6'7".
Yeah, he gets more targets downfield than Pittman.
Get him in the red zone for sure.
Yeah,
just throw it up there. He'll catch it.
Yeah, I think getting an explosive wide receiver in the first round would be easier than a quarterback.
Yeah,
and that's what you should focus on.
We'll see.
We will see.
If we have a new GM too, then it'll be his first draft.
Maybe you can get the job.
Doubtful. I could,
but still possible.
I could do it.
I know you could.
There's a slim chance, but
I believe
it's
in
a
you.
chance.
All right. Do you want to move
yeah,
away
let's
from
get into
this
this
shit show of a game?
We say that, but watch, it's probably going to be like the best Thursday night game.
No, I was talking about moving away from the Broncos and Colts.
Yeah. I'm saying.
You think that's going to be the best?
No. Everyone's talking shit about Washington, Chicago.
Oh.
And now they're going to probably surprise us and come out and have some shootout.
So before we get to that, should we?
No. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay. Regardless, so I'm going on the record and saying that Washington is better than what people think. I'm going to defend them right now. The only reason why they don't have a winning record,
quarterback. I'm only saying that because did you see Ron Rivera? What he said?
Yeah.
Golly. And he said he can't. Carson had an interview.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's right. He said we sat down and had a conversation about it, and that's not what he meant.
Yeah.
But my goodness.
Yeah.
That man literally was like, oh, what you're missing? What do they have that you don't? Quarterback. I don't have anything else to say. Like, I was like, damn. Like that?
But is he wrong? Carson Wentz is good.
Is Cooper Rush better than Carson Wentz?
That's a great question.
I don't think so.
I think
Cooper Rush is on a better team.
I think Cooper Rush knows his part and does exactly what he's supposed to do to win.
He does what he does. He does what he needs to win games.
Carson Wentz, now this isn't saying that Cooper Rush is better, but I think Carson Wentz makes decisions and choices that put his team at risk of losing. Cooper Rush does not do that.
Right.
Now, sometimes that's okay, but when you lose games because of it, that's when it's a problem. And that's what I've always had a problem with Carson Wentz. I have two problems with him. He's fragile as glass, and as good as he is, he's only as good as the mistakes that cost him games.
I don't think he's gotten hurt this year yet, though.
I swear to God, I swear earlier in the year he was complaining about something.
Look,
it wasn't enough to bench him, but I do remember him saying something.
He had the double sprained ankle bullshit week 2 or something like that, and I was like, what? How does that?
Oh man,
Tom loves him though.
He does. But to go back, I like Washington. Now it stinks that they're in the same division as a better team with the Cowboys. A better Super Bowl contender team with the Eagles.
And then the Giants.
And then the Miracle Giants.
4-1.
Yeah.
Nutty. That's a crazy division.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
I would not have picked that division to look like that.
I wouldn't have either. Now, I do think that the Giants will come crashing down eventually.
At some point.
I think. I don't know if they have a losing record, but I don't know if they make it to playoffs.
If they keep this shit up,
that's true. They could prove me wrong.
They could.
Cowboys, I think, are good enough to make playoffs. Eagles are making playoffs. So I just think Washington, it's just bad luck.
Yeah.
Couple of bad decisions in their games, bad luck in their division. You know, it is what it is. But offensively, they're explosive.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, like as many mistakes as he makes, like we joked about, he throws it like 87 times, and he's got receivers that will catch the ball and get touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I think they're enjoyable to watch. Now the Bears, on the other hand, are they enjoyable?
I don't know. They're 2-3, so they're okay. But Justin Fields isn't having a good year through the air.
No.
He's 670 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. And then he's got 190 on the ground.
Who does he? He doesn't have anyone to throw to, though. Darnell Mooney?
Darnell Mooney, St. Brown's brother, St. Brown.
St. Brown.
Cole Kmet.
He's trash this year. I was expecting better things of Cole Kmet, but he hasn't done anything.
I don't know who. Yeah, he has no one to throw to.
And the running back situation, like David Montgomery's good, but I feel like he's like an on-off switch. Like half the time he's doing good, and the other half he doesn't even show up.
Yeah, well, he's hurt This week he came back and scored 18, which is good.
Yes, that is good, but I am impressed with the backup running back.
Khalil Herbert.
Yes, yeah, I like him.
He's pretty good.
I have a feeling that in the offseason you will see Khalil Herbert probably go to a different team.
Yeah.
Good. I think he gained enough interest with how good he did with David Montgomery out.
Yeah.
That some other team's going to be like, hey, we need him.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that will happen.
Yeah. That could work.
So I like Khalil Herbert, but that team offensively isn't.
They're struggling.
Yeah, they don't have an identity. They don't know. They don't have the talent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Defensively is probably why they're still sticking around, although I'm not sure how good their defense is.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of the Bears.
I like Roquan Smith.
Me too.
But I think I was reading something today where it said that he's not playing very well. Like, in general. Like, I think he had a good game last weekend, but in general, he's not playing as well as he usually does.
Yeah.
What division they're in? They're in with Green Bay,
Minnesota,
and Detroit.
Yeah. So they're in the bottom end.
Yeah. There ain't no climbing over Green Bay and Minnesota.
No,
Not
those
yet.
two got it for now.
Yeah. But I think it will be a little bit more entertaining than the last Thursday night football game.
If there's a touchdown, it beats it.
Just any touchdown that is divisible than 6.
Right.
Yeah.
It will beat what we had.
Doesn't matter who scores it, just get a touchdown.
Right. Exactly.
All right.
Oh, you want to do over-unders or picks real quick?
No, let's go to over-unders.
Over-unders.
I've been waiting for this for like 32 weeks.
Over-unders.
It's finally my turn again.
So you got me.
Okay.
Week 1. I went 4-1. And then you went 3-2.
Yeah.
And then I had week 4 with
Walker.
With the Bears. No, sorry. The Bengals and the Dolphins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I went 3-2. Not bad. Walker did the Steelers and the Browns.
Yeah.
So he went 2-3. And then Tom did the Colts and the Broncos.
I'm going to hear the end of this.
He went 5-0.
5-0.
Pretty impressive.
The only thing that makes me feel better is when you say he went 5-0 for over-unders. He picked the wrong team.
He did go 0-1 on the picks.
He did go 0-1 with picks.
So Walker is also 0-1. So our guests have not picked the winning team yet.
But they're over-unders.
You and me, Thursday night, you're 3-2 and I'm 2-3.
Yep.
Which is cool that we've been opposite for a bunch.
Yeah.
For at least 3 of them.
It's that Buffalo game that's probably made the difference.
And we're probably not different this week.
I would assume not.
We'll get to that in a minute, though.
Okay.
Let's get to this.
Let's do it.
I got some good ones.
Do it.
All right.
Okay.
Over under.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
38.5 total points scored.
38.5?
38.5.
All right. What was my score? Lower.
Okay.
Just based on the score that I picked for the game.
That's good. That means my score's close to yours.
Oh.
All right. Over under. Carson Wentz, 2.5 touchdowns total.
So 3 touchdowns.
On the ground, in the air.
Oh, so okay.
All of it.
All of it.
So he's got 10 passing right now, but no rushing.
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like this is kind of risky, but I'm feeling it. Over.
Okay. I respect it. Good. If you thought that was fun. Justin Fields.
Oh, boy.
Over under 173.5 passing yards.
Passing
Yards. Would you like to hear his game log?
No.
I'll probably give it to you anyway.
If you want to give it to me real quick. I already have my choice.
121, 70, 106, 174, 208.
I'm going to say lower.
I like it. Brian Robinson. You know, boy who Antonio Gibson shot his leg.
Yeah.
Over or under half a touchdown.
Oh, shit. Ooh, shit. Does
it get one or not?
That's the tough one.
Oh, you thought that was tough.
Oh, you got one more that's the toughest?
Yeah. He has no touchdowns this year, but he just had his first game, so.
I'm going to be honest. I also feel like this is a little bit risky. I'm going to say lower.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to say lower, and I'll explain my reason why. I am not convinced that any of those running backs have any quote-unquote fantasy value.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Gibson had a good game and a half and then disappeared like a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson came back, and obviously it was his first game back, so you could see that they might be easing him in. But I think they're using all 3 running backs. The only one that has fantasy value, in my opinion, is McKissick, because he catches the ball.
Robinson did catch it a lot, though, last year. Because he won me a bunch of games.
He's not a rookie?
Oh, sorry. Gibson. Sorry.
So I liked Gibson, but I think he was in the game for 3 snaps.
Well, the crazy thing with Gibson is last year he was a starter.
Yeah.
He looked okay.
Yeah.
And then Robinson comes in, and their plan was to start Robinson from day one.
Yeah.
It was just that setback when he got shot.
Yeah.
So it is cool to see him back out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much do they play him in this game? Because he got 9 rushing attempts this last game. Are they going to bump his usage up more?
I think the running backs in Washington are almost, keyword almost, useless. In fantasy, I mean. I will say this. Game script-wise, no, I don't know if I believe that. The running game might be used a little bit more against Chicago because I think Chicago is struggling. Mm-hmm. I feel like I was saying Chicago weird, like I was from Chicago. Chicago.
You might be.
So they might run the ball a little bit more because of the team they're going against. But in general, they're a passing team, and they don't use the 3 running backs that they have as well as Philadelphia does.
Yeah.
Whereas Philadelphia, you could probably play 2 of the 3 starting running backs. You could probably play Miles Sanders as the lead. Gainwell is probably the next best option. And then Boston Scott eventually will have a good game every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the 3 running backs that Washington has are as good as almost any of the options that Philly has.
Okay.
And I think if I were to say one of the running backs is going to get a touchdown, I think it's going to be Antonio Gibson or McKissick because I think it's going to be a receiving touchdown.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
Last one.
Okay. This is tougher?
This one's fun.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Chicago Bears.
Oh, boy.
Over or under 2.5.
2.5?
Field goals.
Oh. you threw me for a loop right there. Wait, what was my score? 2.5 field goals? Chicago?
Chicago.
So, are you talking about field goals as in 3-pointers or field goals like points after?
3-pointers.
Okay.
Not a PAT.
Gotcha. I'm going to say lower.
That's good for our scores, too.
Oh.
All right. 38.5 under. Carson Wentz over 2.5 touchdowns.
Yep.
Total.
Yep.
Bears under 2.5 field goals. Fields under 173.5 passing yards.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson under half a touchdown.
He ain't getting one. He probably will. Those were tough.
What are your what do you think you'll get them all?
One of them I feel weird about.
Okay.
And it's the Brian Robinson one.
Okay.
Because legitimately, they might have just been easing him back in the game, so he could be the lead back within the next week or two.
Hey, here, take 37 snaps.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I don't see it happening, but he absolutely could. So I'm just kind of going by my gut feeling.
I like it.
All right. Who do you have winning? It's got to be the same team, right? Washington.
Oh, my gosh.
We get ready. And how do we use these?
Who cares? We'll figure it out. Okay, Javi, dude. I don't know if this is it. I feel good. I feel good about this. Oh, my gosh.
Wait, okay, what's the point differential?
4.
No.
Damn it.
No. Damn it. You have it that close?
Yeah. It's a Thursday night game.
What does that mean?
You'll see. I'm getting spot on again. Trust me.
It happened once. Relax.
How many times has it happened for you?
All right. Well. Shut up.
What you got?
24-10.
Damn.
Like I said, I think Washington is offensively explosive. So I think they can. I like Curtis Samuel. I like Scary Terry, even though he struggled this year.
Yeah.
Dotson. And that the kid that caught 2 touchdowns in this last Washington game.
Marquis Brown. Something like that, right?
Yeah. And then the receivers add a little bit of difference, especially the ones that catch. I think offensively they are explosive. I think their defense just allows maybe a little too much, but they're going against an offense that is not great.
Yeah.
So I do see Washington scoring a little bit more on Chicago and Chicago not having a great game.
I hyped you up when you said 2.5 field goals. I did my math wrong because I'm an idiot.
What do you mean to say?
I picked them scoring 3 field goals.
Oh, okay.
So 17-13 is my final score.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I'm not an idiot. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is... Golly.
What's happening right now?
I'm throwing myself off.
Wait, no. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 6 is 16.
I'm saying... Yeah. I'm saying under the 2.5 field goals.
Oh.
I threw myself...
Wait, no, that's 3 field goals.
That's 2 field goals. I'm saying 17-13.
Wait, okay. Hold up. Now I'm confused.
17-13.
So Chicago has the 2 field goals.
Yeah.
Oh,
I threw myself off.
You said Washington would win. Okay.
I threw myself off.
You threw me off.
I counted wrong.
I got you. All right.
Well,
Washington 24-10
this week.
What?
You'll stay ahead in the standings.
Yeah, sorry.
Lame.
I know. I just go with my heart.
Hey, me too.
I don't think Chicago wins this game.
No.
Washington is a better team.
They're 1-4, but I think they can do it.
Are they really?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have. They didn't win 2?
No. The Bears did.
See, I would have seen them flip flop. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's how it is, though. It's the NFL these days.
It's the NFL. It's the NFL. Ooh, you know what I'm excited about?
What?
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it in the next episode. Buffalo, Kansas City. Game of the week.
Yes, it is. Probably.
Yeah. I'm glad I get to talk about it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Should be good. Let me see
Oh,
here.
what you got?
I think I saved a dad joke.
You saved the dad joke?
I think.
Okay, well, look for it. Follow us, 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy Podcast, on Instagram, Facebook. Are you listening to it?
All right.
To save it to memory?
Yeah.
Rate us, comment, ask questions. Did we get any new questions?
Nah.
Someone asked me a question, I think.
Did you ask us a question?
Stand by.
You're
I
not
feel like
prepared today.
I got asked a question.
You did? I don't think I did.
It might have been in... Hang on. Let me look.
No. Javi did not ask one.
Javi didn't?
No. He's slacking.
Oh, no. I feel bad. If you ask me a question, I feel like I got asked a question.
Well,
I don't remember, and I apologize.
Good thing we have another episode this week.
That is true. Yeah, ask again, and
Yeah.
I'll answer it in the
ask
next
on
episode.
this video. That way he'll remember.
Exactly. All right.
How do stars die?
Oh boy. Oh, I know this one. I'm not going to answer it, though. I'm going to let you have it.
Usually from an overdose.
Yep, I knew you saw that stupid TikTok video?
Did. I liked it. It's funny. He got me. Because I was
All
like,
right.
oh, dark.
He was talking to his kid. His kid is like 8 years old.
Yeah, so?
Funny's funny.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mountain Dew. Thank you.
Thank you, Mountain Dew.
Thank you, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my wife for bringing them both to us.
We kind of surprised her with the Mountain Dew.
All right, she wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Uh-oh, they're stuck to the plate. There it is.
Thursday night preview.
It's so awesome.
Week 6. Oh, yeah, I know you guys are jealous of that cookie.
You like that noise, don't you? There's so many people that just got really pissed
I
off.
could use some milk. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. And you know, I'm going to take a bite of this cookie.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
I'm going to enjoy this cookie. Bye. It's good.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy Podcast. Please give us a like, a follow, a subscription on anything. Just look us up on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy Podcast. Thanks.